How's it going, everybody? I am Jay Shady, the voice of reason, and it is time for my long-awaited, back by popular demand, Q&A Part Duh video. I got these questions. I've had them for a while. I've been holding this video off, just doing other shit, but here we go. It's time, motherfuckers. Here we go. Q&A Part 2. Let's start the shit off. Mohammed Al-Jasmi. Sorry if I'm butchering your name again, buddy. He asks, what do you think of the match Ryback versus Goldberg? I'm not sure what you're asking by that. Do I think that it will ever happen? Do I want to see it? Who do I think would win? Well, I don't think it will ever happen. That's for sure. I mean, Ryback already gets the Goldberg chance. Why would they want to expose that? Would I want to see it? Not necessarily. Who would I want to win? Of course, Goldberg. Ryback's a Goldberg ripoff. The original, of course, should beat Ryback. So, if you're looking as who I would want to win, it would definitely be Goldberg. Goldberg kicking Ryback's ass. Squash match. Then you get Mondo99KT asks, do you ever see Kurt Angle returning to the WWE anytime soon? Well, I don't know what his TNA contract is. I don't know how long he's there for, so I can't really answer this. But if it's for like a few more years, a couple years, I mean, the guy's 45, 46, I think. I mean, he's going to be old by the time he's done with TNA. I mean, I see him coming back to be inducted into the Hall of Fame, but as for a run, as for like another run in the company as a wrestler, a full-time wrestler, I don't see it. Maybe he could have a one-off match, but I definitely see him being inducted into the Hall of Fame and him coming for that at least. He also asks, what are your thoughts on the Macho Man still not being inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame yet? I said this in other videos. Each year that Macho Man isn't inducted into the Hall of Fame makes the Hall of Fame look like more and more of a piece of shit than it is. You have motherfucking Coco Beware in the fucking Hall of Fame and not Macho Man. Now, I know the thing is, the most popular story to this is that the Poffo family, you know, Macho Man's brother was a wrestler and his father too, and he wanted the whole family, the whole Poffo family, to be inducted with himself. And the WWE just wants to induct Macho Man only. So now that Macho Man's dead, the brother is saying if you don't induct the whole family, you're not getting Macho Man. So that's the thing. But I think eventually, sooner or later, WWE is going to have to just fucking, you know, bite their tongue and induct the whole family if they want to. Because they need to establish some legitimacy into that Hall of Fame. They're going to have to induct Macho Man sooner or later. So if they have to induct the rest of the family, just fucking do it. Personally, I think Macho Man should be inducted with Miss Elizabeth at the same time because that's the real fucking team. You know, they were perfect complements to each other, and you really don't think of one without the other in the WWF. Macho Man and Elizabeth went together like this, and, you know, they both passed away. It'd be a great moment. But if they had to induct the whole Poffo family, then just fucking do it already. Because without the Macho Man, the Hall of Fame is shit. I mean, we're talking about the Macho Man, Randy Savage, better than the best. Ooh, yeah, the Macho King. Ooh, yeah, dig it. Gotta induct him. Then you get Andrew T. He asks, what play-by-play and color commentator do you like the best? Well, I like a lot. I mean, fucking Jesse the Body Ventura and Gorilla Monsoon are great. Gorilla Monsoon and Bobby the Brain Heenan are fucking awesome, and you could argue that they're the best. But for me personally, what I grew up with was JR and King. To me, that will be the be-all, end-all of commentating for me because it's a personal, you know, childhood choice. That's who I grew up with. So for me, always JR and King. Then he asks, do you want to see Vince and King do play-by-play on Raw? I mean, would it ever happen? Let's be real. No, of course Vince isn't going to do commentating, but I'm sure for one Raw, sure, that'd be fun to see it, kind of old school. I wouldn't mind seeing that. When Lawler retires, who would you like to see doing color for Raw? You know, I just don't know any of these. I mean, Bradshaw, I guess, might be a choice, but, you know, I don't see any, like, of these new commentators that could fill a great color position. It would just be generic, bland shit. maybe, arguably one choice would be CM Punk. I think after he's done wrestling, I think he should do it. I think CM Punk doing the color commentating would be very good. He did some great commentary jobs when he was, taking his time off from WWE doing the commentary stuff. I enjoyed it a lot. I think CM Punk would be my choice for next color commentator on Raw. Then you get Ace Coco. Your thoughts on backstage politics in wrestling history. A lot of people have very heated and passionate opinions about this. Honestly, Ace, I really don't give a fuck. This is all humans. Wrestlers are humans. Everybody is like this. I mean, this wrestling is just a business. It's just a job. You have backstage politics in every fucking workplace. You have people kissing ass and trying to work their way to the top behind other people's backs. So why is this any different? So it is what it is. I mean, they're just human beings. As long as it's not destroying the product the way that WCW in the last years were. As long as it's not totally destroying the product, then I don't care. I just want to watch the show. Everybody, 95% of people are dickheads in real life, so I don't care about what they do backstage. Unless it's like Chris Benoit who's murdering his fucking family. Then that's where I draw the line. But if they're, being humans, then I don't care. I don't care, what they do backstage. It makes no difference to me. I know a lot of people get heated about it and really hate wrestlers who, backstage politic a lot. But you have to separate that shit from the in-ring work, itself. I mean, I watch wrestling for the wrestling, not for the, the backings that's going on behind the curtain. Then you get Breaking Benjamin Ben asks, if John Cena wins the WWE Championship from The Rock, then beats the streak in next year's WrestleMania while keeping the championship, then retires on the next show and throws the belt into the sea, would you wish Cena to die? Well, that would be a good test in me if I would, that would be the ultimate test. Because I don't wish death upon anybody, really. It's just a show, let's be honest. I'm not going to wish Cena death. And then he asks, if death, what kind of death? I mean, if he had to die, covered in bees. There you go. There's my choice of death for Mr. Juan Cena. Then he asks also, if Stone Cold returns for WrestleMania 30 to fight CM Punk, and Cena gets Punk fired or suspended like Alex Riley before their match and place himself in the match, then during the match at WrestleMania 30, Cena purposely kicks Stone Cold in the knees and cripples him for life. Then cut a goofy joke for 15 minutes. What would you do? Turn off the TV and stop watching WWE for the rest of my life. Go watch some porn, get my mind off of wrestling. Give up. Yeah. Funny questions. I wouldn't shoot myself at the head if you're looking for that, because, to shoot myself over the head in wrestling, that's just, taking the shit too personally. But yeah, I know what you're getting at. Fuck John Cena. That's what you want. There you go. Fuck John Cena. Then, Dark Zero X2. What a fucking dumbass gay name that is. Dark Zero X2. Change that shit, son. He asks, what do you think of Takami Chinoku's wristbands? Well, I'm glad you asked, Dark Zero X2. Takami Chinoku's wristbands. Oh man, never have I ever seen wristbands that were so inspiring to me. His blue-white wristbands. I mean, how they are not inducted in the Hall of Fame yet is beyond me. Before Macho Man, you have to get Takami Chinoku's wristbands. Nobody has ever worn wristbands like this. I mean, amazing shit. It gives me chills talking about it. Takami Chinoku's wristbands. Mwah! Fucking fabulous. Great question, Dark0x2, but corny ass fucking name. Alright. Vince McMahon, damn it! Vince McMahon himself asking me a question. The chairman of the board wants to know, who's the greatest GM of all damn time? Yeah, a lot of GMs in the past, but the greatest of all damn time is Eric Bischoff. Hands down, Eric Bischoff got great fucking heel heat. He made you hate his fucking guts. It was at a great time when SmackDown and Raw were feuding with each other, when you had Stephanie trying to one-up Eric Bischoff trying to one-up Stephanie with creative ideas. And also just the fact that this was the guy that was going to war with Vince McMahon, running WCW, these two enemies, and now he was the head of Monday Night Raw. You know, it just made for a great story itself. Eric Bischoff, greatest GM of all damn time, Vince. Vince McMahon also wants to know, who's the hottest damn diva of all damn time? You had a lot of hot divas in your organization, Vince. What the fuck happened to them? Why you have to have all these fucking girls dressed head to toe? But your hottest diva of all damn time, hands down, Trish. Big titty Stratus. Those big fat fucking twisted, big fat fucking ass. Oh, I'd fucking die for one night in there. Yeah, there you go. Trish Stratus. Stratus faction, guaranteed. John Paul Mokwolu, I think I got the last name right, hopefully, asks, do you hope Shane O'Mac comes back and takes over the company? Of course I hope he does. Do I think it would happen? Hell motherfucking no. You know, Shane McMahon has obviously, you know, made a name for himself in Japan or some shit with his own company. You know, the time has passed already. He waited enough for Vince to fucking hand over the company, but Vince has too fucking big of an ego to do it, so Shane is like, fuck this, and you know what? You know, power to Shane for fucking leaving and trying to make a name for himself outside of his father's shadow. So, I do hope it would happen because I would trust the company more in Shane's hands than anybody else because Shane knows how it is to perform in a wrestling match, so he knows it as a wrestler standpoint, and of course he knows the backstage running the show aspect of the company. He has all the knowledge there. It's a shame that he's not running it. Then he also asks, do you think Vince would give it to his son over Triple H? I don't know. I mean, I don't know how the relationships are with the McMahons. I mean, if Shane was begging for it, I don't know if that would make Vince give it to Shane, but it's not going to happen, so why even ask about it, you know? So, Daniel 1929 asks, how the hell do you sleep with that train constantly passing by? That's a good question, Daniel. You know, I'm from New York, the city that never sleeps, Brooklyn, New York. I've lived here my whole 22 years of life. This is just normal shit. Quite frankly, when I'm, like, away in the country, like in Pennsylvania, I can't fucking sleep because it's just too fucking quiet for me. If you ever saw the movie My Cousin Vinny, you'll understand. Joe Pesci, he's trying to sleep in the country and he's hearing all these animal sounds. He can't fucking sleep. But then he gets a night in jail and everybody's screaming and he's sleeping like a fucking baby. That's how it is for me. You know, New Yorkers, we fucking sleep through noise and we can't sleep when it's quiet because we're paranoid that somebody's up to no good for the fact that it's too quiet. So there you go. Then, last but not least, Ronald Church asks, do you like any of The Rock's movies? And if you do, which ones do you like? I've seen The Mummy Returns, which was more, not really The Rock, it was like more CGI Rock. I watched I went to go see The Scorpion King in the movie theater, but I wasn't really watching it. I was actually making out with a girl in the back row more than watching it. Then I also saw The Rundown with The Rock and Sean William Scott. I liked The Rundown. I haven't seen it since my first time, but I remember liking it. I remember laughing and finding it enjoyable. Maybe it was because I was with a bunch of my friends. It was also rated R, so that was cool. But other than that, I haven't seen any of his movies other than that, so I really can't talk about his movies. Yeah, I don't know if any of them are good. I liked The Mummy Returns, but that wasn't really The Rock, and I liked The Rundown, but that was so long ago, so there you go. Okay, guys. That was my Q&A video, part 2. If you want to ask me some questions for another Q&A video that I will do, ask away. All you have to do is message me on my YouTube inbox a question, and I will answer it in my next Q&A video. Whenever I get, a good amount of questions, I'll have my next video. There you go. Hope you enjoyed it. Ask some questions. Jay Shady, voice of reason. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you later.